Welcome to Commerce Computer Private Limited, e-learning program of hardware networking. So we are going to discuss about the optical storage devices. Um, we have discussed about the magnetic storage devices like floppy disk and hard disk drives, and now we are going to see about optical storage devices. So in this topic, we'll be covering normal CDs, DVDs, and the latest Blu-ray disc. Then how it was evolved and what is that we are using currently and benefits of different types of devices, and then general troubleshootings if at all there is a issue, how to fix it. So let's start with compact disc. So CD is nothing but a compact disc which is used for storing data with a higher capacity. We have seen in floppy it was having 1.44 MB as a maximum storage device, and we have got pen drives that is also with the good capacity, but before pen drives getting peak in the market, we brought the CDs in the market. So after floppy drive, CD came into the picture, and people started using that as a medium for moving the data from one place to other place, or using it for audio and video, as well as having the software applications, right? So if you are buying the software from any of the manufacturers like Microsoft or the antivirus or application based vendors, they provide the software over the CDs. Nowadays, what we are doing, all the softwares we are getting in online, and the license key and everything is online. If you pay, they will provide the software over the internet link. You can directly download and you can install it. So that will save time of courier and waiting time. All those things can be resolved. That is the latest one. But earlier days, we have to wait for the CD to come to our house, or go to the shops, buy the CD software series, and get it installed in your PCs. So CD is a important medium for storing the data. After floppy disk, we used CD for many kind of applications. So it came with the capacity of 700 MB, and it is a single side disk. Why I'm specifically saying is later stages we are going to see about double-sided disk for storing the data. So this one can hold up to 100 MB, and it is a single side disk. The overall diameter is 120 mm, whereas the center hole is 1.5 centimeter, 15 mm, and it will be of common standard size. So Sony played a major role. Sony and Philips together played a major role to bring this standard, so that whoever is manufacturing the compact disc, we can use it in any of the drives, Sony drive or Philips drive, whatever it is. So that's the reason they brought in the standard into the market. Then CD-ROM drive. So compact disc, for using the compact disc, we need to have a compact disc drive, right? So otherwise we will not be able to read it. How we can read it, right? So we need to have a CD-ROM drive. Like floppy drive, we have a CD-ROM drive. And again here it will be connected via IDE interface or SCSI interface. In case of servers, we have to buy the CD-ROM with the SCSI interface, okay? Or you can go for CD-ROM with IDE interface. You'll have IDE interface paths for connecting the CD-ROMs. Or you can buy the CD-ROMs with the SCSI interface. You can connect it directly to the SCSI interface card. Either way, it is fine. That is the CD-ROM. So the structure of compact disc, the cross section of compact disc. So compact is used for audio or data or video, whatever it is. It is of slightly differing the things, but it is of the same nature. So the size is not changed, but while manufacturing they had a slight change. But later point in time they made it same for all type of usage, whether it is a data CD or audio CD or video CD. It will be same for all the CD while manufacturing. Okay, so it is going to use a polycarbonate plastic for as a surface, and more to that you will have some aluminum layered for protecting the data. So you'll also get mini CDs apart from the standard size, right? You will get mini series for 80 diameter, and that is mainly used for giving it as a identity card, visiting card, right? So it is a non-standard size anyway. It will be used as a visiting card for many of the businessmen to store a good amount of data into it. So that has become like a fashion, right? So to know about more details about me, just read this compact disk. It will get more details like that. They will use it. Nowadays we get blogs or company portals to know about a person or to know about the company. Earlier it was in the small CD. The middle diameter will not be changed because for reading the small CD we will use the same compact disk drive, the bigger one. So we cannot reduce the middle circle, whereas the overall size is reduced 80 the overall diameter will be 80 So construction of CD, it is made up of plastic with 1.2 thickness, so it is very thin in nature, and it is molded with a polycarbonate plastic, so for bringing some strength, so strong, right? It is rotating at a higher RPM, so it should be enough to withstand that rotation speed. So once a clear piece of polycarbonate is formed, polycarbonate surface is formed, then the reflective aluminum layer is sputtered. So aluminum layer it will be poured on the uh, disk surface. So it will be making it uniform across the area. Then thin acrylic layer is sprayed over the aluminum to protect it. Acrylic layer will be giving the shining and protection to the aluminum layer. Then the label is then printed onto the acrylic layer. So we'll be printing the label. So one side the label will be there, one side the clean surface will be there. So normally we'll think that the clean surface area should be protected properly. We should not keep it in down, and we should not get scratches. But actually, if you see, the label side is very sensitive compared to the non-labeled side. So if you just keep the label side down over the table and just make some scratches by just rubbing the CD, then immediately the CD will go off. So you cannot read the content. So what I'm saying, the label side is very sensitive than the non-label side. You'll have a polished surface, but um, that is not a problem. But if you damage this side, label side, then it is a problem. Ultimately, what we have to do, we should keep the CD and DVD in a proper case, or keep it in a pouch, so that it is not creating any kind of scratches in the surface, and data is safe. So CD spiral, it is not like a track and sectors available in your floppy disk or hard disk. It will be of circle nature, but in case of CD or DVD, whatever it is in the spiral nature. So starts from the inside to outside. It is forming a track, but it is continuous track, right? If at all I make it as a straight line, I remove the tracks from CD and make it as a straight line, so I can lay it for at least 5 kilometers, 3.2 miles or 5 kilometers. So that much length it is being compressed and compressed. So it is allowing you to store the data. The thickness is zero point 0.5 microns wide with 1.6 microns separating one track from other next. So distance one track to other track is 1.6 microns. The data track size is zero point 0.5 microns wide. So a micron is nothing but 1 millionth of a meter. So you can just think about the thickness of the track size. So we are going to form the data by using the concept called pits and lands. You'll have some projection available when the data is written by a laser light, based on the intensity of the light. Pits and lands are formed. A small projection is created, and other side there is no projection is available. So we call it as a pits and lands, right? So flat one is a land, and the other one is a pits. This is to differentiate the data between zeros and ones. So we also call it as a bumps. There is a projection available, so we call it as a bumps. So based on the data written, these are formed inside the DVD. Here you can see how the pits and lands are formed using the laser spot. The high intensity light is blown over the CD medium, and it is forming the flat surface as well as bump related things. So when the laser passes over a flat area in the track, the beam is reflected directly. So if it is reflecting, then it is referred as a 1, interprets as a 1. If the when light passes over the bump, the light is bounced away from the optical sensor, so it reads as a 0. So based on that difference, right, I am making it as a zeros and ones. So data is written by the CD writer, so it will have high intensity light, so in such a way that it is possible to create an impact over the CD surface. You have a polycarbonate and aluminum surface, right? The light has to make a mark. So now here what we are seeing, already the CD has data, it is already written. Okay, so I'm just reading the data from the CD, how it reads. So based on the light, laser light reflection only, we are going to consider the size as I mean data as 0 and 1. So 0 will be having um, less lighter than 1, so based on that we can recognize the value of a data. So this is the hardware of your CD drive. So you have disk drive, a spindle motor like setup is available here also, and you have a laser light, so that is going to reflect on your optical disk, and based on the reflection, right, I'm going to read it as a zeros and ones and convert that as a data. So drive motor, it is used for spinning the disk, and it will be rotating at 200 to 500 rpm based on the requirement, and it is helping to read the data, right, based on the speed the laser light reflects. The sensor is going to read the light reflection and interprets that as a data. The tracking mechanism is helping to move the laser head, light head for inside and outside, so that you can read the information from all the tracks. CD recordable disk, CDR, it doesn't have any bumps or flat areas at all. Instead, they have a smooth reflecting metal layer which rests on top of a layer of a photosensitive dye. So when you buy a CDR's recordable one, right, so it is now empty. So it will be having a uniform surface, so nothing is written. But once you write it, then there is a difference in the property of a CD. When the disk is blank, the dye is translucent, so it is very easy to understand, and light can shine through the reflect of the metal surface. But when you heat the dye with the concentrated light of a particular frequency and intensity, the dye turns opaque. So when you have the CD as a fresh, so you will not have any data, but with the help of high intensity light, for reading there is a different laser light, for writing there is a different laser light. So that will have more intensity because it has to make some impression or changes into the medium of CD. So when the data is getting written, the CD is becoming heat over the dye layer, a concentrated layer. So because of the high intensity, the dye turns as a opaque. So once it is becoming opaque, it darkens in the point and light cannot pass through. So if it is a bump, it will be reflecting the light, but if it is a kind of a pit, it will not reflect, so it becomes opaque. The CDR doesn't have the same bumps and lands as conventional CD, but instead the disc has dye layer underneath a smooth reflective surface. So on a blank CDR disk, the dye layer is completely translucent, so it will be common across all the layer and track. But once after writing the data, the surface becomes different, right? So it is creating bumps and pits. So you'll be able to read the content of the data like zeros and ones. So it's all making a bumps or pits and lands kind of pattern into the CD while burning. so that we are able to read the data when the disk is inserted into the medium again, right? Once burning the software, burning the data, we can read it later. So when we get CDR as a fresh disk, it will be very transparent in nature. It is very common, right? There is no pits or no land, right? So while writing the data only, the change is being made by using the high intensity light, laser light. CDDA compact disc digital audio. So this was the format for audio CD and developed by Philips and Sony in 1980. So audio data is stored on this block, which are also sometimes called as a sectors. Each block holds a 2352 bytes of data. So we don't have a circle kind of tracks, right? So it is a spiral one, and here one block is called as a sector, but each blocks can hold 2352 bytes, that is 2.3 or 2.4 kilobytes of data each block. But other side, to store 1 second of sound, right? You have a music that going for 5 minutes or 6 minutes, 6 into 60 seconds, right? 360 seconds. So for storing 1 second of data, you need to have 75 blocks. One block size is 2.5 KB, approximately take it out 2.5 KB. So 2.5 into 75 blocks. So that much amount you are going to use it for storing the 1 second of data. So see the content, how it is getting reflected. CD-ROM, so compact disk read-only memory. This is the normally used for application softwares and other normal purpose. So it is a yellow book, is an extension of red book that enables the CD to contain data other than the audio data. So we had different medias for audio, different medias for video, then for data. But later point in time, we brought a common standard among all the CDs and started using only one type of CD, CDR, for all kind of requirements for software, for moving the media files or moving the operating system files. For anything we use CDR. So here also 2352 bytes of data in each block. Actually you have 2048, right, for storing the data, and after 2048 whatever it is left, it will be used for your parity checking, validity checking. So ensure that the data copied into the CD is not, I mean CD is correct. So for that you'll be using a parity verifications. So CD burning, so you'll have CDRW, it's a separate drive. So while buying the CD drives, you'll have to be very specific whether you want a CD-ROM just to read the content of CD materials, or you wanted a CDRW, that is read and write ROM, the drive CDR&W drive, so that you can create multiple CDs in your on your own. So this will have two lasers, right? One is for reading, one is for writing. And for reading, you'll have different laser, and the writing you'll have a different laser, and it will be more powerful also. So what it does, you'll have a common surface, but while writing the data, it is creating an impact over the surface. In the sense, it is creating a changes in the surface, because of which you are differentiating the data. So again, to record the data, a burner simply turns the laser lighter on and off in such sync pattern as ones and zero. So based on 1 and 0 only, we are going to read the data. So the laser darkens the material to encode 0 and leaves transparent to encode as a 1. So if the surface is dark, that is assumed as 0. If the surface is transparent, it will be reflected as a 1. So for burning the CDs, right? So you are getting a CDR recordable one. You need to, and for recording the data into the CDR, you need to have a CD read and writer. Okay, RW you need to have, and along with that, you need to have a software also, CD burning software. We had Neuro software, which was available free, but now they are charging, and they wanted to improve a lot of quality related things for data copying, so they are charging the amount. Apart from that, you have other softwares also, just listed it out here. So whatever it is required, you can buy it or you can download the free software from the authorized service vendors, and then you can use it for writing the data into the CDs or DVDs. This software can be used for any kind of material. CDRW. So CDR is one-time recording. Once you record the data, whether it is right or wrong, you cannot erase the data and rewrite it, right? So that's the reason they brought in CDRW concept. The CDRW will have same size, and CD, when you consider it as a CD, it is one side activity only, not both the sides. So one side you will have labels like this shown in the picture. The other side you can write the data. The same concept applied for CDR. Okay, so here we are going to use different light laser diode, right, with high intensity, so that we are creating an impression on the CDs for writing the data. So that will be used for writing audio or video or movies contents, everything, right? So you'll be using it for multiple purpose. So we are going to use a different laser light, and it is going to create a high impression in the compact disc surface. It will have 600 degrees Celsius approximately, and crystallization temperature is 200 degrees Celsius, salting the surface and forming the character, whatever, I mean, forming the data. If it is audio, it will be for audio CD, or data, it will be used for data CD, whatever it is. So in CD, in case of CD-RW disc, reflecting lines and non-reflecting bumps of a conventional CD are represented by a phase shift in special compound to understand that is zeros and ones. With the combination, we are going to consume that, consider that for CD-RW, we can use it for multiple times. So in case of CDR, we can use it only one time, right? If it is written, you cannot change it. Whereas in case of CDRW, in the burning software itself, you are getting the option for burning, I mean, erasing the data. So it will be erasing it to the it will start erasing the data into the CD and clear the data, right? So again, you can use the same CDRW for multiple copying. So this is also again has some standard life, like 10 times or 15 times, not more than that. So once you wipe it, then you can reuse it, but not more than 10 or 15 times you have to use it, otherwise you'll be losing the data. So CD standards, you had different books available as a CD standard. Red book, it is a physical properties of a compact disc. Yellow book, requirements for using CD technology on computer storage. So we got it. Green book, specifications of interactive CD technology, and orange book describes recordable CD media. So any media you take, CD media, it is will be in the this standard only. White is for describing video standards. Maybe for video CD, we can go for this white CD white standard. And different types of CDs available: CD-DA, CD-ROM, that is the one we are discussing. CD-I, interactive CD-ROM, and XA, extended architecture. CR is compactable, compact disc recordable, and compact disc rewritable. So these are the different varieties available in the series. CDI, the green book is the formal name of Philips and Sony. So in all the cases, Philips and Sony are majorly playing the role in manufacturing or identifying the issues with the series, and they are the major manufacturers for CD component. So now the manufacturers creating the series which can be used for graphics, audio, and video. So you need not go for multiple series like earlier stages. CDI players represents a standalone system that require no external computer. So in a desktop, normally we are having right in home. So that will be available as CDI. CD-ROM XA. This was jointly developed by Sony, Philips, and Microsoft, modified as a CD-ROM. It defines two new types for sectors that enable you to read and display data, graphics, video, and audio at the same time. So multiple activities can be performed in a single time. So average seek time, it is a time required for a drive to move randomly about the disk. That is called seek time. So it is a time required for a drive to move randomly about the disk. So wherever it is moving, it will be tracked. Average access time is, it is a time required to find out, retrieve data on a disk or in a memory. So wherever it is available, we have to retrieve the data from the particular memory. So this is the two different standards available. So DVD's history, so we got it from same like Sony and Philips. They also worked upon to find out a different medium against CD, right? We wanted to have high storage and high capacity, so they brought in the standard called the DVD. So DVD also came from CD based on the mechanism what we used. They just expanded with a different technology what we have currently. So they just made it as a compact, the pits and lands, right? If you see the picture, the distance between the pits and lands is high for CD and it is low for DVD. So kind of compression they created, and so that it can accommodate more data. If you see, there is no size difference between CD and DVD. So if at all you are having a DVD drive and you can insert a CD, it can read the data from the CD. So they made it as a downward compatible, not upward compatible. You have a CD drive. Can I insert a DVD disc inside the CD drive and read it? No, it is not possible. Okay, it is only downward compatible. DVD drive can read the data from CD drive. Okay, series, right? The difference is the high density, and it is very close. The data are very close, and so that we can accommodate more data in the DVDs. So DVD has a single layer, multi-layer concept is also available. So one DVD with single layer, right? One CD size. If you see the CD comparison, it will be of same size. So the entire one CD is about 700 MB, right? 700 to 800 also they will say. Normally 700 MB, whereas one DVD is normally they will say 4.7 GB, or actually it will be less than that, 4.3 GB. And if you go for four layers, so you have multi-layer concept. So multiply by that, it will be 16 GB approximately. So you can store more amount of data as you increase the compression of data. So that is a picture shown here: single site, single layer, double site, single site, double layer. So you have multiple concepts available for DVD. So as we increase the layers, if you see, the capacity of the DVD is getting increased. You have double site single layer, which is supporting you with close to 9 GB, right? Whereas single layer, single site provided about 4.7 GB size data capacity, and almost it is 4.5 times greater than the CD. So now the technology has improved. People are not preferring the CD. Now we want to go for a DVD concept. So DVD technology, you had multiple things, right? Single layer, double sided, right? Double sided single layer. It will vary from 8.5 to 9.4, known as a DVD 10, because close to 10 GB of data we are saying. So in DVD 10, it is mostly DVDs are used for dumping the movie files, right? So for accommodating more movies, not like CD only with 700 MB. So we can store multiple movies in one DVD. So you had double-sided double-layer DVD, which has a capacity of 17 GB. And normally, if you take 1 hour of a video file, you need to have the file size as 2.2 GB. So now we have high definition compression, everything available. Even within 400 MB or 700 MB, I can get high definition video. That is a different story. But the capacity, you can store this much of data or movie file or audio file, that is possible. So the technique of double layering DVD disc is, outer layer is semi-transparent, inner layer is more reflective. Pickup lenses refocus to read the desired layer. So based on the data available, it will be picking up the data from desired layer. But if you see, it becomes slower in processing because it is reading from multiple layers, right? So slightly slower compared to other data, but the advantage is we can store huge amount of data inside this particular DVD disk. parallel track path. So two methods of writing, it is parallel track path and opposite track path. So both the methods are used for writing the data into the DVD drives. So we had different standards. DVD audio, that is only released for storing the audio files. Later we got recordable DVDs. We called that as a DVD RAM because we are able to record the data into the DVDs, right? So we accordingly we splitted the DVD drives also. DVD-R, it is only used for reading the data from the DVDs. It can also read the data from CD because it is of lower capacity. DVD-RW, it can write the data into the DVD, um, and it can store more amount of data compared to CDs. So next is the Blu-ray disc. So Blu-ray is the optical disc like your CD, DVD. The next generation is Blu-ray. Basically, we wanted to have a high capacity disc because of the current pattern of storing data, current volume of data, and people wanted to dump more films into one disc instead of multiple discs. So Blu-ray is the right option for them. And also, if I have to play audio continuously, DVD itself is sufficient, but still, a full day of music playing, like hotels or restaurants, they wanted to play a full day right music. They can dump the songs into the Blu-ray disc and just kickstart the play, so it'll keep on playing even for the complete day. It'll play one side itself. So Blu-ray is next version of DVD with higher capacity, and it is being observed and manufactured by most of the manufacturers now. So and it is available in various formats. So here the reason why we are able to store more data is it is more condensed. See, normally I said compared to CD, DVD is condensed, but your Blu-ray disc is more than DVD. It is condensed, so it is having the distance of 4.5, 405 nanometers between each pitch and lands, and track pitch is also reduced. Track it is very compact, right? So in case of CD, you had a track of 1.6 micrometer, and here it is 0.74. In case of Blu-ray, it is zero point 0.3 micrometers. So it is the improvement of technology, right? And here we are using the blue combination of violet laser light with a wavelength of 450 nanometer. That is the reason we are calling this as a Blu-ray disc, because we are using a blue color laser light. So here the advantage what we are getting is we are able to store more amount of data compared to your DVD. Okay, so DVD was better product when CD is available. Now when the DVDs are getting better, we are getting the other versions of the product, right? Blu-ray. We don't know what is the next technology come against the Blu-ray. So lifespan, it gives more lifespan than the normal CD or DVD. So minimum 10 years guarantee, right? Because they are using a different kind of material, silicon and copper, right? So it gives a good strength, and it is not easily detachable from the system. Content production, so we can have digital copies so that based on the um, given conditions only, you will be able to write the data. Capacity is totally different than the CD or DVD. So if we compare with the DVD disc where it is one-sided 4.7 GB, I can have 10 DVD discs to store the single Blu-ray disc of data. So you think about it. So it is a time for getting into Blu-ray disc in all the residents or in offices, so that you can store huge amount of data in the Blu-ray disc itself. So this is a comparison between different types of mediums. So Blu-ray disc applications. So normally it is used for audio, video, and media partners, right? So they'll be using a Blu-ray disc for storing the data, recording the data. So everything is available for Blu-ray. So high definition television recording. So for recording the movies, so locally you can just track it and record it for future references. And mainly it is released for video to store more amount of video data. So they started using the Blu-ray disc. So what are the current development from the vendors? Sony is launching 200 GB capacity of Blu-ray disc. In TDK is launching 200 GB of Blu-ray disc using 633 GB data layers. Each layer will have 30 GB capacity, so overall size will be more than that. 6 into 33, so it will close to 200 plus 200 GB plus. So other manufacturers are also in continuous R&D for producing you the latest technology drive. So some of the troubleshooting. Now we have seen about the different types of optical storage like your CD, DVD, and the optical storage as a Blu-ray disc. So what are the normal problems we have? So yellow exclamation mark when CD drive is not working. So when you go to the device manager and open up the hardware side, so you are seeing the yellow exclamatory mark, and also when you cross over the mouse, you are seeing that there is a issue with the printer. So here exclamation mark in for device manager, right? You can go and see whether it is a printer or any other hardware. Normally, you can see exclamatory mark means there is a driver conflict, right? So we normally go for uninstalling the printer and reinstalling the printer. The same way, if at all you are seeing the exclamatory mark for the DVD drive or CD drive, whatever it is, you just right click on it and uninstall it and reinstall the drivers. So, since it is a common one, the operating system will have the common drivers. Otherwise, you have to use the drivers provided by Sony or HP or Philips. So that is available in the website now. Otherwise, well, while buying the drivers, I mean drives, they will also provide the drivers. So by that way, we can fix the issues. Using hardware and device troubleshooter. So in the device manager, you can open the properties of the device, maybe for a sound card or any other device, and you can open up the hardware option and click on the troubleshooter. It will start troubleshooting the particular hardware device for ensuring it is working properly. Otherwise, you can use the third-party software Fixit troubleshooter to fix the problems in your CD DVD drives. Manually fixing the registries to solve the issue of CD drive not working. So this is the steps given here. So if at all somebody changed the registry settings, so because of which your CD DVD drive is not working, probably you can use these steps to make the changes happen and restart the system, save the file and restart the system. You will be able to work with the CD DVD drives. Update or reinstall the drivers to solve the issue of CD drive not working. So normally, if there is a issue with the driver, this kind of problem comes. So go to the device manager, go to run and go to device manager, and you can right click on the particular DVD. There may be some exclamatory mark. Remove the mark and uninstall the DVD drive because it is plug and play. It will automatically restore the devices and recognize the new CD, DVD, or Blu-ray disc. So that is how you have to refresh the particular thing, or you can find out the firmware update for your DVD drive or BIOS firmware update or operating system patch update. So we'll have to ensure all these things are up to date so that our device also up to date. So we have come to the end of the topic. So we have discussed about three optical drives: CD, DVD, and Blu-ray. So we have discussed about the different sizes of CD available and how to make use of it for our requirement. And now everything is same, right? So there is no separate audio video series. It is only one CD available. And same thing for DVD. We gone for higher capacity, and Blu-ray is more than the DVD. It is having highest capacity currently. So it is maximum used in the places where they want to have continuous video, continuous songs to be watched by the people who are moving across. So that is a different purpose of Blu-ray or DVD disc. Fine. We have come to the end of the topic. Thank you very much.